So, first off, forgive me for the monotone kind of voice here. I'm very tired. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd give a full overview of my experience at Halloween Horror Nights 34. This is my second in a row time going to Halloween Horror Nights, and yeah, the the experience the experience was good. Way more busier than last year, and I know last year was a light year, and also like going after a hurricane probably also helped the lines and whatnot. But having said all that, it was I liked it. I definitely liked this year. There are some things I do want to get over, and we'll talk about the houses. I didn't go to every house. I only went to 5 of the 10, which was roughly the same amount I went last year. So we're going to talk about. I'm only going to talk about the houses I went into, and also the the tribulations I had to go through to do that. Now you probably also saw a lot of documentation I had, and we'll talk about that right now. Is that it's very clear if you guys watched any of my Halloween Horror Nights shorts on here, you probably saw that I'm not good. I'm very amateur. Like that was my first time doing like outdoor vlogging and whatnot. Like that was my first time. Um, that was my first time talking about the doing all of that, like doing all of this outdoor stuff. That was kind of the big deal. So if it looked really amateur, it's because it was. So I'm sorry. I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. The food reviews were also like the pizza and the cupcake. Yeah, those got really big views. So thank you for that. They were disgusting. The pizza is like the spaghetti pizza. I know it has a name. I don't friggin' care. The spaghetti pizza, that whole thing was just like something a 2-year-old would make. And it was also, I forgot to mention it was crunchy. Like the spaghetti was crunchy, like overcooked. And yeah, the cupcake was awful. Like when we looked around and people were ordering cupcakes, we basically saw no one finishing their cupcakes. So if everyone's buying and that was a $10 cupcake too, and no one's buying it, I mean, Universal's still going to make bank, but still. Also a lot of cosplay, or like real quick, there are also a lot of cosplayers. Like there was like people cosplaying from Over the Garden Wall, Wednesday, a lot of FNAF ones, obviously. And I was walking around like, wow, people just doing whatever. I just thought I'd mention that. So that was pretty. So yeah. Also, the lines to get into house. I know I'm scatterbrained. I'm just feeling scatterbrained. The lines to get into houses were like just the shape of them, like how they lay them out is confusing. And I know they have to make some like tough decisions here and there because obviously Rip Ride Rockit they have to work around construction after tearing down Rip Ride Rockit. But like, man, some of these lines were like bizarrely made, and it was so aggravating because you think like you round a corner, it's like, yeah, we made son of a bitch. It was like that. So, yeah, that was a problem. Whoever designed these lines, God, you gotta get someone else, man. And also standing in lines, I know that's what we're doing, but like to get into Terrifier, and again, we'll get to the houses in a bit. Terrifier, like it said, the wait time was 70 minutes, which is long, but it was we knew it was going to get longer. You want to know how long we stood in that line? Not 70 minutes, 2 hours. Yeah. 70 minutes, my ass. That thing, yeah. It's waiting 2 hours in line for Terrifier. And it only got worse. We didn't even do like FNAF or Jason. That was just impossible. There was no way we were going to do that. But we did manage to get some houses, get at least 5 houses. 2 of them IPs. But yeah. So another thing I want to talk about, the scare zones. All of the scare zones were pretty solid this year. The Toxic 20s was a lot of fun. Masquerade is beautiful. Masquerade, which is a vampire one, it was really beautiful. The personal favorite that we had was the Crooked Cat Lady of the Cat Lady on Crooked Lane. That was really cool. Scared multiple times on that one, and it has this beautiful overhead of like these pumpkins adorning the trees in the Central Park Avenue. I really like that. Going back to food real quick, there was another food review I did, but it was so awful I just don't want to post it. I don't think I did. It was like me reviewing like these things that looked like deviled eggs, but were really like this kind of coconut quiche thing. The whole thing looked awful, and I was like, this is so bad. I'm not posting this. But yeah, again, going back to like I'm out of my element, and I've got a lot more to learn on that. The other scare zones, club horror is just a safe spot. But Origins of Horror, really good. That was a solid one. But Crooked Cat Lady is probably the personal favorite of mine. So for like the stuff I got, it was only like 2 things. Starting off, this little coin of Art the Clown. They have these now commemorative coins. This is now the second one I have. And yeah, the other one I got from last year, so I think it's going to be a running thing of collecting these coins. Yeah. And finally, always got to leave with a shirt. You always got to leave with a shirt to commemorate your stay there. And this is one that no one was really grabbing. It all features the monsters from the original houses. And there's a reason why we grabbed this shirt in particular. Is because 3 of the 5 houses we did were original. And we kind of felt like lying if we got the IP shirt with all the IPs on it. So we were like, well, we did more originals, so why don't we just kind of commemorate that? Anyway, so getting on to the houses, starting off with the first one of the night that took, again, 2 hours to get into was Art the Clown. Solid house. Absolutely gore fest. We took the wet path, which we got wet, but like we didn't get drenched like people are claiming online. Scares all around. Like there are some legitimately like hardcore scares in that house, and they got me multiple times. I even pressed a button to get scare the people behind me. It was nice. Gory references to all 3 houses. I mean, all 3 movies. Really great. Horrors of the Wyatt Six, even though I'm not a wrestling fan and really don't know much about the Wyatt family, that was a pretty solid one. That one, I think, is going to be an underrated one. I think that one had some solid scares, and I think if you are a diehard wrestling fan, especially of this of Wyatt Six, I think you're really going to enjoy it. Following that, we have for the original houses we did, Gulkin, beautiful. Like this house, it's supposed to be like a pseudo version of the monsters of Norse mythology, kinda. For a tent house, beautiful. Like there's a whole Wicker Man in there. There is a giant animatronic monster you got to walk through its guts to get out of. Beautiful house. Not so. There were some scares, but it's beautiful. Then we have El Artista. That was the last house we did of the night, and that one looks like something out of a Guillermo del Toro movie. Like for real, that thing was beautiful. Some solid scares, but it's more beauty than anything else. It feels like you're going through a mansion. And the other house we did was Dolls Let's Play Dead. That was pretty fun. The one thing that that bothered me was it wasn't so much the house itself. It was more like the family in front of us. They had 2 girls that would just scream overly dramatic at every jump, and I swear my ears were ringing because of the screams, not because of them. Yeah. So, but Dolls was pretty cool. It's like a twisted it's like, imagine if like you were trapped in Sid's toy room from Toy Story, but just so much worse. Like the designs for the melted mutated toys were really good for a lot of them. Anyway, so ranking the houses that we did of the 5, and all of them were great. So there is no really bad house. But Dolls at number 5, I would say Wyatt Six at number 4. Gulkin at number 3, El Artista at number 2, and Terrifier at number 1. It was really hard to say like El Artista or Terrifier, but I know everyone's saying El Artista. For the most part, you've seen a lot of videos saying Terrifier or El Artista are the best houses. They are, like, without a doubt. So all in all, Halloween Horror Nights 34, really solid, really busy. I can only imagine what 35 is going to be like because it's an anniversary year, and I'm sure they're going to pull out all the stops for that one. But You guys tell me in the comments below. If you went to Halloween Horror Nights 34, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Like I said, thank you guys so much for liking the shorts of me, of the little vlog posts I had of that. And like I said, they were very, very amateur. I'm aware. I'm not. I'm out of my element, so I got to learn better how to better that. Anyway, other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in Multiverse.